Welcome back to Real America's Voice live coverage of Equity for Africa Summit at Liberty University. I'm here with Steve Pedigo. Thanks so much for joining us. You were just up on stage as one of the panelists. Talk to us about what you discussed in your panel.
Well, we gave everyone the basics on how our product works. We have a bioremediation product that turns oil or fuels to CO2 and water, so we clean up oil spills all over the world. We pointed out one of the great things about this conference is that as a CEO, we generally have to fund going into countries, and we're hoping we find the right people, but it costs us a lot of money to track down the people that are decision makers and that actually have the money for projects. So with this conference, Liberty University brought all the people into us, which is really nice. Right, and it absolutely reduces the cost of starting business with these foreign countries.
So have you been able to make those business connections here and start some relationships?
We've made about 25. So it's very, very nice. So because we cover, waste treatment and oil spills and groundwater, so we covered various disciplines. So we dealt with multiple people in some of the same countries.
So in layman's terms, because I'm just thinking about turning oil into water? Is that
CO2 and water.
CO2? That sounds like kind of an iteration of a Jesus moment to me.
Well, we've been doing it 31 years, and as I pointed out, we emulate Mother Nature's own process. Okay. We break down the toxicity of the oil immediately on application. The enzymes speed up the biochemical reactions to further break down the molecular structure of the hydrocarbon. We induce indigenous bacteria or local bacteria to digest the oil to a safe endpoint of CO2 and water. Nothing to pick up, nothing to haul off.
It's crazy. I remember growing up, I grew up in Alabama, and I remember the huge spill in the Gulf. Was your technology something that would have been used to help clean that up?
We helped clean up a small portion of it. We were actually tested by ADAM in Alabama near Orange Beach, actually. So yeah, but we worked with BP on that. We cleaned up the small section. We did a lot of TV demonstrations for that spill, but so we do things like that.
Do you partner with the government, or their government contracts? Do they contract you out to help with some of these environmental efforts?
Well, in foreign countries, it's more governmental response. Like the BP spill, BP was responsible, so they contacted us, and we worked with Dr. Sal and with BP and Bob Dudley when he took over. So we worked with them in developing a plan to address the spill. In foreign countries, though, they generally, because a lot of the oil companies are nationalized, so you're dealing with the government as opposed to a private entity. So in foreign countries, we deal with a little bit differently because the response and the people responsible are different.
So I assume that your company is global. I assume you have to partner with a lot of different countries because these spills happen all over the world, right?
Absolutely. Our product is used in over 100 countries.
Wow. Okay, and you and I were talking earlier, and you mentioned that you have product distribution in China.
Yes.
Talk to me about that. How has it been working with a company in China? You mentioned that for 10 years you were trying to keep them from stealing your product, basically.
Well, it happens. So we send samples to anyone, allowing them to test us to verify that our product is actually safe and they can actually use it to clean up a spill. Inevitably, people try to break it down and find out how to make it themselves. Our product's double mass, so it's impossible for that to happen. So after about 10 years of working in and out of China, we finally developed a relationship with the largest environmental company in China, and they're now utilizing our product in China. Because, China's like everyone else, except that they have a lot more people, so they're producing a lot more waste and hazardous pollution. So, and they haven't had a real solution until we started with them, and now we're working with them, and they are attending to their spills and their pollution.
Yeah, at least they're paying attention to it now. That's a little bit of a change, so we appreciate you in that effort over there. Steve Pedigo, Chairman and CEO of OSEI. What does that stand for?
Oil Spill Leader International.
Hey, that's pretty simple. All right, Steve, we appreciate you so much.
Thank you.
I'm Amanda Head with Real America's Voice from Liberty University. Back to you.